Welcome to Fun Electronics. Today, we're embarking on a really incredible mission to demystify the very backbone of modern technology. We're talking about the invisible architecture powering everything from your smartphone to advanced medical devices. If you've ever wondered how mere electrical currents translate into the complex digital world we interact with every single day, well, you are in the exact right place.
So, are you ready to crack the digital code? In today's explainer, we're going to decode the fascinating world of digital electronics. We'll start by defining exactly what it is, then break down the core concepts that make it all function. From there, we'll explore why digital circuits are absolutely crucial in modern engineering. And finally, look at exactly how these incredible components are utilized out there in the real world. Let's just jump right in. Okay, let's start by looking at where we came from, the analog world versus the digital world. Analog systems, they process smooth, continuous signals. Think of physical quantities like a changing temperature or a sound wave. And while analog technically has infinite precision, there's a huge catch. It is highly susceptible to noise and signal degradation. Digital, on the flip side, relies on discrete signals, stepping sharply between concrete zeros and ones. Because it relies on strict thresholds, where, for example, a messy, static-filled 0.8 volts is still safely read as a solid 1 by the system, minor static or noise doesn't actually change the underlying data. It's just vastly more resilient.
So how do we formally define this field that basically runs our lives? Well, digital electronics is a branch of electronics dealing strictly with discrete signals, represented in binary form, to process, store, and transmit data. Instead of messing with the continuous, messy waves of the analog world, digital electronics relies on the precise manipulation of distinct off and on states. This allows systems to handle information with incredible accuracy, enabling the fast, efficient, and reliable processing that our modern tech demands.
Now, to really get digital, we kind of have to completely rethink the way we count. In everyday life, we use the decimal system, right? Base 10, using numbers 0 through 9. But digital systems totally ignore that convention. They rely entirely on the binary system, which is base 2. It uses only 2 digits, 0 and 1, perfectly corresponding to electrical states of off and on. Literally every single piece of digital data, from a quick text message to a high-definition video, is built entirely from this brilliantly simple binary logic.
But here's the big question. How do we actually process those ones and zeros? The secret sauce is logic gates. These are the fundamental hardware building blocks of digital electronics. You've got your basic gates, like AND, OR, and NOT. These tiny hardware components physically manifest Boolean mathematical logic. Think of an AND gate like a strict bouncer at a club. It's only going to let a signal through if both inputs say yes. By wiring these gates together, engineers can take binary inputs, manipulate them, and produce a specific binary output, allowing the circuit to actively process and route data.
And when we start wiring those gates together, something fascinating happens. We get 2 main types of circuits. Combinational logic circuits operate purely in the present moment. Their output depends solely on current inputs. But sequential logic, that's where computing gets really powerful. Sequential circuits consider current inputs, and they use memory to track previous states. That ability to remember past information is exactly what allows for complex state tracking, data storage, and the controlled timing operations running inside your computer right now.
Now, doing all this with individual bulky components would make modern devices completely impossible. Enter the integrated circuit, or IC. This is the absolute miracle of modern digital manufacturing. An IC is a collection of millions, even billions, of electronic components and logic gates fabricated directly onto a single tiny semiconductor chip. By packing these individual gates by the billions onto a piece of silicon the size of your fingernail, engineers have drastically driven up processing speed while simultaneously shrinking both the size and the cost of the hardware. A perfect example of early integration is TTL, or transistor-transistor logic. This is a classic, widely used family of integrated circuits. Manufacturers developed these families of compatible ICs so they could be seamlessly connected, snapping together just like electronic Lego bricks to build a cohesive digital system. It's exactly this kind of standardized, robust implementation that fueled the first real digital revolution, powering early microprocessors, digital signal processing, and massive industrial control systems.
But there's another major player on the field we have to talk about: CMOS, or complementary metal oxide semiconductor. CMOS's true claim to fame is its extremely low power consumption. Unlike older technologies that constantly leak energy, CMOS gates only draw significant power when they're actively switching states between 0 and 1. Because of this massive advantage, CMOS technology is universally utilized by engineers today for battery-operated devices. It's the underlying hardware tech that makes microcontrollers, digital cameras, and the smartphone sitting in your pocket possible without draining the battery in 5 minutes.
When you put all these pieces together, it becomes incredibly clear why digital engineering completely took over the world. We get exceptionally high accuracy and immense programmability. Digital data is virtually immune to noise and signal degradation. Again, a binary 0 stays a 0. It offers far greater reliability, makes data storage incredibly easy, and allows for highly efficient physical implementation on microscopic scales. It is simply the ultimate toolkit for reliable, scalable engineering.
Let's connect these tiny silicon chips back to the real world. Digital electronics isn't just theoretical, it's the absolute heartbeat of modern society. From the microprocessors running our personal computers and smartphones, to vital medical devices handling life-saving patient monitoring and diagnostic imaging. It runs industrial control systems for massive global factory automation, and it serves as the absolute foundation of modern telecommunications and the countless wireless Internet of Things devices surrounding us. Every single modern convenience relies directly on these binary circuits.
Digital electronics has completely miniaturized our world, turning our most complex realities into incredibly fast, simple sequences of zeros and ones. We've gone from room-sized analog machines to billions of transistors sitting on a chip the size of a fingernail. But I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. As engineers push the absolute physical limits of digital integration and silicon miniaturization, what will the next generation of fun electronics even look like? Will we move beyond silicon entirely? The future of the digital world is unwritten, and I, for one, can't wait to see what code we crack next. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.